I still remember the sound, that vibration, that tone. You know how your phone has a specific rhythm when a certain person calls you? Even now, I can hear his. It was 12:17 a.m. I was half asleep when my phone lit up on the nightstand. The screen burned through the darkness, showing one name, Ethan, my best friend, the guy who'd had my back since middle school, the one who died 3 days ago. At first, I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me. I blinked, rubbed them, but the name didn't disappear. It stayed there, glowing, waiting. Ethan, incoming call. No photo, no ringtone. Just a vibration, a slow, heavy pulse that echoed in my chest. My heart was pounding, my mind racing, trying to explain it. Maybe someone else has his number. Maybe it's a glitch. But then the call connected. The line was silent for 3 long seconds. And then I heard it. A whisper, so faint I almost missed it. You should have answered that night? I froze. The voice wasn't distorted. It wasn't robotic. It was him, Ethan. And just before the call ended, I heard a sound in the background, like something moving inside my apartment. A door creaked, a soft step, and the whisper again, this time right beside my ear. I found you, Ethan and I. We used to say we were brothers, just born into different families. We survived everything together, getting bullied, first heartbreaks, even that time we almost burned down his garage trying to make fireworks. He always laughed hardest when things went wrong. But as we got older, life got louder. We talked less, saw each other only when our schedules accidentally collided. And then came that night. He called me, not a text, not a meme, not a quick voice note, a real call. Late, unusual for him. His voice was shaking. Bro, I need to talk. It's important. And what did I do? I looked at my computer, my deadlines, my stupid to-do list, and I said, hey, can we talk tomorrow? I'm busy right now. That was the last time I ever heard him alive. A few hours later, a drunk driver ran a red light, and Ethan never made it home. People told me it wasn't my fault, that nothing would have changed, but guilt doesn't listen to reason. It clings to the things you could have done, the words you didn't say, the times you should have answered. And now, Ethan was calling again, from a number that should be dead, from a mouth that should be silent, saying words he never got to finish. The night after the call, I barely slept. Every time I closed my eyes, I thought I heard footsteps moving slowly across my apartment floor, pausing right beside my bed. At 2:43 a.m., my phone vibrated again. A message from Ethan. Are you awake? I stared at the screen. I didn't reply. Another message came in instantly. No typing bubbles, just a cold, immediate hit. Why didn't you answer? My heart dropped into my stomach. I finally typed something back. Who is this? 3 dots appeared. Typing, typing, typing. Like fingers dragging across glass. The reply, it's me, bro. Come to the balcony. My building is on the 9th floor. There is no balcony. I didn't move. Didn't breathe. Then the phone chimed again. A photo message this time. A photo taken from inside my living room. Angles I recognized. Things only someone standing there could see. The couch. The lamp. My jacket thrown on the chair. And in the bottom corner of the frame, a shadow. A shape of someone standing just behind the camera. But that wasn't the worst part. At the very top of the picture, written in a shaky, familiar handwriting, "Let me in." I deleted the photo, blocked the number, turned off the phone, did everything I could to convince myself that this was a cruel prank, a hack, a glitch, something human. But guilt opens doors that should stay locked. The following night, something woke me up again. 3 soft taps on the wall right above my headboard. Tap, tap, tap. I froze, because behind that wall wasn't another apartment or a hallway. It was the air shaft, a hollow space where no one should be. My phone, which I'd turned off, lit up on its own. No ringtone, just a new notification. One new voice message from Ethan. My hands were shaking as I pressed play. At first it was only breathing, heavy, uneven, too close to the microphone. Then a soft whisper. "I never left, bro." Another breath, then words that made bile rise in my throat. "I've been here the whole time." Inside. Something scraped from the inside of the wall, closer to me. I stumbled backward, eyes locked on that spot like something could burst through at any second. The message continued. "Don't ignore me again." Then a sound, like fingernails dragging slowly down metal. Scree. And finally, the whisper. Broken, angry, pleading. "Let me out." The room went silent, but inside the wall, something moved again. By morning, I convinced myself to do the logical thing. I took my phone and went straight to the police station. I showed them the messages, the voice notes, told them everything. They looked at me like I was grieving too hard, losing it. One officer tried to calm me, said it's probably someone spoofing the number. Some sick joke. So they called the phone company, put them on speaker. The technician on the line sounded bored at first until he entered Ethan's info. Then he went silent. Finally he said, "Sir, that number is permanently disabled." "What do you mean?" the officer asked. The technician repeated, slower this time. "The SIM card was destroyed, physically destroyed. During the accident, a chill shot through my body." "So where are the messages coming from?" I asked. More keyboard clicks. "Then there is no registered device, no signal source. There is nothing." The officer muted the call, looked at me. "You're saying the texts are coming from nowhere?" The technician spoke again, quieter now. "No, they're coming from inside." "What do you mean inside?" the officer demanded. A long pause. Then, inside the same building, inside your home. The call cut out. My phone vibrated in my pocket. A message from Ethan. "They can't help you." I didn't go home right away. I wandered around the city trying to breathe, trying to think. How do you run from someone who's already dead? But eventually, I had to go back. My apartment felt different the moment I stepped inside. Colder, heavier. like the air itself was watching me. I turned every light on, double-checked the locks, pulled my blankets to my chin, like I was a kid again trying to hide from monsters. Then, my phone lit up on the pillow beside me. A new message. I already knew who it was. "I'm here." I couldn't stop myself. I typed back, "Where are you?" 3 dots. Slow, taunting. "Right behind you." I froze, didn't dare turn around. My breath was shaking as I typed another message. "What do you want?" The reply came instantly. "You left me alone." I don't want to be alone anymore. I swallowed hard. My throat felt like sand. "I'm sorry." I typed with trembling fingers. I should have been there. Silence. Then come outside. I shook my head. "No." Whispered it out loud, like saying it quietly could keep him calm. Another message. "Come out, or I'll come in." And that's when I heard it, the sound of metal bending. The air shaft behind my wall creaked, groaned, and then something began crawling out. Not footsteps, not walking, crawling, dragging, like bones scraping metal. Slow at first, then faster. My phone lit up once more. "I'm coming to you, bro." The wall behind me bulged, as if something was pushing from the other side. Plaster cracked. Dust fell onto the floor. I screamed and ran to the door, but before I escaped, I heard a voice right behind the breaking wall. "Don't leave me again." I bolted into the hallway, not even stopping to put on shoes. My hands were shaking so badly I missed the elevator button twice. But then my phone vibrated again. A video call. From Ethan. I should have ignored it. But I didn't. I answered. The screen showed darkness at first. Then a faint glow. A shaking camera. Breathing. Finally the image sharpened just enough for me to understand. It was my bedroom. The angle was low to the ground, like someone or something was crawling across the floor toward the door I had just slammed behind me. The camera lifted and pointed directly at the door handle. It began to turn, slowly. I dropped the phone and ran down the stairs barefoot, nearly slipping. All I could hear behind me were notifications blowing up over and over. "Don't leave. Come back. You promised we'd be together. You owe me." I didn't stop. Not until I reached the street and collapsed on the pavement under the flickering streetlight. I looked up at my window. The light in my apartment flicked on. A silhouette moved past the curtains. Tall, wrong, twisted like someone wearing a body that didn't fit anymore. And then my phone rang again. I shouldn't have answered, but grief makes us stupid. I put the phone to my ear. Ethan's voice was there, calmer, almost gentle. "We could have done everything together, bro, but you turned your back on me." I tried to speak, but no sound came out. Ethan continued, "Don't worry. I found a new way to stay with you." I whispered, "What do you mean?" There was a pause, like he wanted to enjoy the moment. Then, "Check your door." I turned my head slowly and saw something on the ground, right next to me. My new phone, still ringing, with his name on the screen. I never brought it with me. "It shouldn't be here," Ethan whispered. "You can't run from what's inside you. If you'd like, I can finish with a short outro. cliffhanger for your channel format. Ethan still calls every night, and one day I know I'll answer